Hey friends, so there comes a time that unfortunately we need to say goodbye, either literally or figuratively, to some people in our lives. Not because they are leaving or some other benign reason, but because they aren't good companions on our life journey. I'm being generous with that statement, but I think you know what I mean. In case you don't, I'm talking about the people who hold us down or who constantly take but rarely, if ever, give, who don't treat us right, who don't care about our feelings, and it shows. Isn't it interesting that when we find ourselves in a position where we need to stop speaking to people like that or walk away from them or what have you, that one of the first emotions we feel is fear. We're afraid to hurt their feelings. We're afraid they won't like us anymore or speak poorly about us or whatever. Yet the reason we are walking away from them is usually because they hurt us or did something that is causing us to take that action in the first place. Why are we putting their feelings above ours, above our own self-preservation? Why are we so concerned about their feelings when their actions showed us that they didn't give a flying F about ours? There's an old saying that says, if I cut you off, you probably handed me the scissors. And boy, is that ever true. I can't think of a single person who I have ever bounced out of my inner circle who didn't do something to deserve that. And it certainly didn't come without a ton of thought and chances given and agonizing about it and what have you. But one life lesson that I can say that I finally learned in recent years is one that the great Maya Angelou, may she rest, was trying to teach me for a very long time prior. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. People's true colors are their true colors, folks. Once they show them to you, accept that that is what you're getting. You shouldn't try to paint them with colors that you like better, because you are only fooling yourself by doing so. So often when people show you a glimpse of those colors, hell, sometimes they will come right out and say, I'm not a good person, perhaps using slightly different words. And we will still ignore that and not proverbially watch our backs. We will still give them our friendship and our goodwill and our trust without reservation or holding back. And then we're surprised when they screw us over in some way, even though they pretty much tried to warn us. Was it really that much of a surprise? Another popular warning people use is, you're too good for me. This is not really a compliment most of the time. This is that person literally telling you that they aren't ready to become a better person for you, that they are not willing to make an effort for you, that they are not willing to step up and be worthy of you. So when you think about this from a pragmatic standpoint, why would you be scared to stop making an effort with anyone who has flat out told you that they will not make an effort for you? When you take feelings out of it, it doesn't make sense, and taking feelings out of situations is sometimes what you must do in order to think clearly. And in a somewhat related anecdote, almost every time I have heard someone say to me, so-and-so was perfectly fine up until one day he or she just turned into an a-hole, and I have no idea why. I just kind of shake my head because, well, people tend to not really change abruptly like that. Even if it's a trauma response or a defensive behavior, it takes a lot to go from zero to a-hole. So chances are that a-hole part of them was actually already there the whole time. It was just that the mask fell off now. It's likely not even the first time, nor are you the first person they've been an a-hole to either. It makes me truly sad to say sometimes people will warn you about someone and you will shrug that off thinking, oh, you just don't know them the way I do. You think that this time it will be different, that you are the exception, and then later you find out that that person was absolutely right about them all along. It's crushing. But it's one of those lessons that, unfortunately, you usually need to learn by experience. We always want to see the good in people, friends, but sometimes we really have to stop doing that and start seeing what they show us instead, and make your decisions on how they fit in your life based on that, not on who you wish they would be or they could be if only. And when it's time to choose your well-being and your peace of mind over hurting someone else's feelings by walking away from them, always choose you. When you walk away from things that don't serve you, life has a funny way of replacing them with something better, much better. But you can't have that better replacement show up when there's not space for it, when you are hanging on to things that are hurting you, things that are taking up rooms they don't deserve to even be in. Stop worrying about hurting other people's feelings when they have already shown you that they don't care about yours. Make yourself and your feelings your priority. It's a choice you won't regret. That's all I've got for you this week. I'll be back next week with another priority message. Until then, take good care of yourselves. Bye.